today I'm going to do a first impression video on a product that I've been wanting, and I don't know, not dying to try, but I've been really curious about it for a while, so now is going to be the time. I am talking about the Beauty Blender, the original Beauty Blender. I've had this for like 2 years in my drawers and I've never tried it. I don't know why I haven't gotten around trying it, but I think I've just been kind of scared to use it because I think in my mind it's just been such a gimmicky product, but whenever I see people use it on YouTube or whatever, they always seem to get this kind of like airbrushed effect and just that flawless looking skin, and I'm just like, I want that as well. I want to try to get that as well. So today I'm going to test this bad boy. I have no idea what to expect from it, but I'm really excited. Honestly, this is the first time ever for me trying it, and I'm a bit scared if I'm going to be able to use it the right way, but yeah, it's supposed to be soaked in water and then you're supposed to use it to apply a foundation. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use it for 4 different things. 1, I'm going to apply my foundation. 2, I'm going to apply my concealer. 3, I'm going to apply a light cream blush. And 4, I'm going to apply a cream bronzer. So I'm going to see if I can use it for all 4 things, and maybe this is going to be a mess, I'm not sure, I have no idea what to expect. But let's just get into trying this one. First things first, I'm always going to prime my face, and I'm going to do that today, even though this is a first impression. As you saw, I'm using the Professional from Benefit in my T-zone, wherever I've got some pores that I want to minimize. And then as an all-face primer, I'm going to use my MAC Prep & Prime CC Cream in the color Neutralize, which is a neutralizing primer that neutralizes redness in the skin. And I'm going to use that, as I said, all over my face. Now that that is done, I'm going to grab my L'Oreal True Match in the color Golden Vanilla. I just want to say a huge thank you to one of you subscribers. I'm gonna write your name right here. You suggested me buying this one on trendsales.dk and I bought it. As you know, I've been dying to find a new one of this one in my shade because it has been discontinued in this particular shade that is my true match. So I've been looking all over the internet, so thank you so much for helping me finding it. I'm so happy that I've got a new one. It just made my day. So thank you so much. But what I wanted to say is that I'm going to use this foundation today. And now I'm going to open this one. It feels spongy. Funnily enough, it's a sponge. Yeah, it comes in this kind of like egg shape with a pointed tip. And I think the pointed tip is good for when you're going to apply like concealer under the eyes or in hair, or stuff like that, and also when you want to do like contour line and stuff like that. So yeah, but now I have to like soak it, and I think I'm going to use my Fix Plus from MAC to make it wet. So we're just going to spray it. Okay, so I've soaked it now, and now I'm going to apply the foundation and then start working with this one. And what I've seen is that you're supposed to just dot on the product. So not like drag, but dot, in order to really work in the product. So it looks like it gives a more like full coverage when you do it this way. I was afraid that was going to feel like way too wet, if you get what I mean, but it doesn't actually. It leaves a very like dewy finish, which I like. And as you can see, the sponge has like expanded because it's wet, so you've got a bigger surface to work with. And since it is a sponge, it will like expand whenever you make it wet. Okay, so this is from one coat of the foundation, and I've applied it, as I said, with the Beauty Blender. And it looks pretty good. It looks really dewy, very natural, and I do get what they mean when they say that they give this kind of like airbrushed effect, because my skin looks very airbrushed and very perfect. And even though I've got some, I don't know, spots around my face, it doesn't look too bad. It really has evened out the skin tone very, very nicely. And I don't think it's just because of the foundation, because obviously I love the foundation and I know that it works so, so well with my skin. But I feel like the foundation just made a much more even layer thanks to this one. This application is actually really nice and actually very easy. I thought it was going to be so gimmicky and kind of like difficult to use and to apply with, but actually I find it really easy. All you have to do is honestly just to dot in the product and just keep on working it in until it's like seamless. And yeah, it's actually really easy. I thought it was going to be so difficult. Just going to wet it a bit more, and then I'm going to apply a second layer, just a tiny bit, to see how well it works with that, if it's going to like just wash away the product, or if it's actually going to set it and give it a bit more of a full coverage. Okay, so after the second layer, it still looks really good. It is still that dewy finish, and it has covered my spots even better now because there's a second coat, and it didn't like rub out the product that I just applied. It actually just made it just gave it a bit more of a coverage. I just feel like I can just keep on working with the product, and thanks to the foundation, which is super blendable, you can just keep on working with it without it looking cakey or anything like that. And also just because it is a bit wet, it's just so good to actually just start and make it look flawless. I really like it. I think this is such a nice way to apply your foundation. Now let's move on to some concealer, which I'm quite excited about seeing, because I always feel like that my concealer can crease a tiny bit under my eyes or on my nose, or just stuff like that. So I'm so excited to see if this is going to make it last. Just going to put it where I would normally have my concealer, and this is like a highlighting concealer. And then I'm going to weten the like pointy tip like that, and then start working. And here's the finished result. I think it looks really good. My under eye area looks very like lifted and highlighted, and yeah, it blended in perfectly. No fuss, no nothing. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that. And once again, because it's wet, it doesn't like dry in that quickly, so you can really just, I don't know, buff it in. You can really just push it into your skin and work with it, so it doesn't just dry in and then you're left with a really cakey area. You can really just keep on working with it until you're satisfied with the result. Just quickly going to use my Bobbi Brown Face Touch-Up Stick and just cover some of those imperfections that I've got around my face that the foundation hasn't covered. And then I'm just going to blend it in with the Beauty Blender as well, just to see if it can work with this kind of an applicator or product. All I'm going to do now is just to set it a tiny bit in my T-zone, because I know else it's just going to melt off because I've got an oily T-zone. But else I'm just going to let it stay this dewy on my cheeks because I think it looks so incredibly nice. And to set some of the areas, I'm going to use my NYX HD Studio finishing powder. And this is just a translucent loose powder. And I'm using my contour brush from Real Techniques because it's a bit tapered and it doesn't apply too much product. So on my chin, around my nose, and on my nose, under the eyes, Moving on to some cream blush. I'm gonna use my Christian Dior blush in the color 651 Panama. So I'm just gonna apply this where I would apply the cheek color. And then let's try to blend it in. I would say when talking about blush, it gives a really like natural blush look. If you get what I mean, it looks like that my cheeks, they've like flushed instead of it actually looks like that you've applied like a blush. So it looks a bit more natural and I actually like that. I think it looks pretty. For bronzer, I'm going to use my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Cream Bronzer. Oops! I think I'm going to apply it with my finger just where I want the line, and then I'm going to blend it in with a beauty blender. That looks so incredible. Just look at the difference. This side looks so contoured already. My cheekbones, they really stand out, whereas over here it just looks a bit more flat. Oh my god, I am so impressed. It looks so natural, but still contoured, if you get what I mean. I love it. And how about if I do it up here on my temples? Let's see how it works with that. I'm just trying to push it into my hairline so it looks very natural. Okay, conclusion is my skin looks incredible. I think this is such a great way to apply both foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer. I am in love with my cheeks. Just look how contoured but still natural they look. As a first impression, I am blown away. I am so impressed with how well this one works with all of these different products. It just really blends in the products perfectly. I really do get what they mean when they say that it gives that kind of like airbrushed, perfected skin look effect, because it really does. I don't think that I'm going to use this on an everyday basis because it does take a while to like press in the product and really work it into the skin, but I would say for special events or parties or stuff like that, then this is going to be my new hero because it really perfects my look so much. I don't know if I think it's like more difficult to use than normal regular brushes or your fingers. It is a different way of applying your foundation or concealer, whatever, but I honestly really like it. I think my skin looks so good, and what I really like about applying it this way is that you can really work with the product for such a long time. It doesn't just set, because this is, as I said, a bit wet in texture, so it really just gives you the time to really perfect the foundation or concealer or blush, whatever. And I really like that. You really get to work with the product. I would say if you can get your hands on the beauty blender, definitely do. It is so worth everything, all of the hype. I feel so ashamed that I've been so against it. I am definitely a believer now, and this is definitely not going to be the last time that you see me use the beauty blender because it is absolutely incredible. If you found this video helpful, please give it a huge thumbs up. That would be so nice of you guys. And also subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram. And I just want to say thank you so much for helping me reach 10,000 subscribers. I jumped up and down and almost cried when I found out. So I am over the moon and so excited about it. And I just want to thank all of you guys for helping me reach those 10,000. I never in a million years thought that I was going to reach that many people, and to know that you like my videos and that you watch them and enjoy them, that just means the world to me. So From the bottom of my heart, once again, a huge thank you. Mwah, loads of kisses and hugs and love to all of you guys. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye! And you can use this for tea or coffee or hot chocolate.